As the holidays fast approach, my videographer Jake and I were inspired to venture out into our town of Santa Barbara to share some of our favorite places to shop local. We'll start our day in the Funk Zone, stop at Dark Coffee Shop and Garden for caffeine and gorgeous ambiance, and then Metropulos Fine Foods Merchant, Santa Barbara's self-proclaimed most delicious gourmet food shop, food emporium, delightful big city deli, food mecca, and European market that momentarily transports our senses to Europe. Then we'll head to State Street to check out Urban Flea Market, a hidden gem that launched during the pandemic and is so eclectic that it most likely has a gift for everyone on your holiday list. Then we'll wrap up our day with play as we explore Santa Barbara Botanic Garden's newest children's attraction, Backcountry, which, spoiler alert, is not just for kids. It is true, we are living through a watershed moment, a turning point in our personal lives and for our world community. There are critical concerns we need to address as individuals, as a nation, and as humans sharing one planet. My goal with Spread Goodness is not to deny what's true and scary in our world, but possibly offset some of the negativity we consume on a daily basis by showcasing what is good in our world. There's a lot of it. Perhaps it will replenish us, remind us who we are at the core of being human. What a miracle it is to be here on this planet at this moment in time, and possibly inspire us to do what we can to make our world a better place. This is Spread Goodness TV. We start our day in the Funk Zone, just off State Street and across the street from the beach, once a manufacturing hub, an industrial area where artists, surfboard shapers, and pioneering urban winemakers originally set up shop. The walkable 13-block area is now home to some of the city's best restaurants, wine tasting rooms, breweries, boutiques, creative collectives, galleries, and more. It's very common to see a line out the door at our first Santa Barbara favorite, Dark Coffee Co. I love to come here for the good vibes, friendly baristas, delicious treats, and inviting decor. There's so much here that catches my eye, which is no surprise since it is designed and curated by owner and artist Erica Carter. At the topper, Erica and David invite you into their beautiful garden across the street to enjoy your coffee and treats. But more on that later. We were pleasantly surprised with a spontaneous visit from Jake's girlfriend Maddie and her sweet cat Freya.
Oh, who's this?
This is Freya.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I can't believe you take her here. Take her around. Have you been here before?
I have, yeah. This is my second time coming back, and I saw the garden over there. Yeah. Have you been here before?
I have. This is one of my favorite places, for sure.
Why do you like it so much?
Why do I like it so much? I love it because, well, first of all, I love coffee. And they have a really good coffee that I always get, lavender latte.
Oh,
you ever
lavender's
had that?
nice.
Yeah.
Lavender's nice. That's what my housemate gets. She loves it too.
Oh, I love it. All right, let's get coffee. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, go ahead. What do you want to get? I've got you. I've got you, yeah.
Can I please do an iced vanilla latte with oat milk? That's it. You said oat milk? Yeah.
And do you want a pastry too? I'm going to have the Junebug lavender latte, please.
Yeah. Was whole milk okay for that?
Sure.
And did you want that hot?
Yes, please. Yes. And I've never gotten that one. Yum. Yum.
We got the flakiest pastry we could have gotten.
I know. I kind of love that, though. The rest is yours.
Blueberries are perfect. Are you sure?
Yeah, I tried to split it. No, that's a big bite, too. Yeah, no. We're good. Well, maybe we'll leave some for Jake, too.
You want that right here? The centerpiece. No?
Cheers. Cheers.
She said cheers. It's a nice little window.
Cheers.
After Maddie left us, we headed into the Dart Garden, which has become a beloved community space in the Funk Zone. I personally love to come here to read, write, or visit with friends. One of the many groups who regularly meets here is Centerline Community. Visit our show notes for the link to an expanded interview with Jenny, founder of Centerline.
Yeah, we come here, so we're the Centerline community. It's a support community for new moms and expecting moms. And yeah, we bring our little ones here every Friday. And it's like, because it's enclosed and there's places to sit and things to interact for them, yeah, it's super enjoyable for us to be able to like actually have coffee and hang out.
Next on our itinerary is Metropulos Fine Foods Merchant, and lucky for us, it's just across the street.
We just came down the street from Dart Garden. I'm still finishing my coffee, but I'll put it down for a moment and introduce you to our next spot, which is Metropulos Fine Foods Merchant. And this is actually one of Jake, our videographer's favorite places to eat. And he is going to, we're gonna actually flip the script or the camera on him in this case and ask him to come out in front and tell us why he loves being here so much. All right, so you invited me to Metropulos Fine Foods Merchant because you said it's one of your favorite places in town. Tell us why.
Yeah, personally, I love the sandwiches here. They have such good sandwiches, cold and hot. Their desserts are super, super good. They've got a bunch of fun drinks and stuff that you can't really find anywhere else. The service is so good. Everybody here is so friendly. Everybody's so nice. And yeah, I don't know, you step through the doors and it feels like you're just in kind of a world of its own. So yeah, let's go take a look.
So it's a full-service deli counter, it looks like. I know Jake is more of a vegetarian, but I am a big fan of like fresh deli meat. Prosciutto is probably my favorite. Oh my God, all of this looks so good. I'm gonna get some sort of Italian type of sandwich. And then they have an amazing, apparently, again, this is Lisa behind the camera, so excuse the videography here, but look at all these cheeses. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The lemon bars here are so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love lemon bars. My mom used to make the best lemon bars growing up.
Yeah? Yeah, I think that's what I like about everything here is it all feels so homemade.
Hi, Annie.
Be right with you.
Thank you. We are here with Annie Addis, and you are the owner of Metropulos.
My husband and I are the owners, Craig Addis and myself, yes. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your store. And
Oh, it's my
we're
pleasure.
excited to be here.
It's my pleasure. We're excited to have you.
Thanks. When did you open? How long have you been doing this for?
So we opened 18 years ago in 2004. And interestingly enough, when we first opened, the words Funk Zone existed, but there really was not much of anything going on down here. So the neighborhood has really grown up around us and filled in and become a really special neighborhood for Santa Barbara. So you asked if, what the nationality is, if there is one behind the business. So the name Metropulos is actually my maiden name. And my father was from Greece, my mom was Italian. And my husband has Basque and Irish and French in his background. And so we opened this place because whenever we traveled to Europe, we always came home. We both had corporate jobs, we traveled quite a bit, and we would come back to Santa Barbara, and there didn't seem to be this experience of, you know, a full market where you could get sandwiches and charcuterie and cheeses, and for us it's imported items from all these different Mediterranean countries. Primarily.
We were definitely noticing that ourselves.
Yeah.
And the word that came to mind for both of us is truly authentic.
Yeah, that's what people say. And I think when they come here, our goal is that people come away with like not only a love for the food and some great food, but just the whole experience. Like we all enjoy our work, and we want to give people, you know, just a great positive experience about, you know, around the food, but also around the whole space, and it's very kind of homey and old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel both of those words.
Yeah.
Homey and old school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it here. I'd love to know, since we're Spread Goodness TV, how do you feel like you spread goodness through what you provide here?
So, like I said, it's the whole experience of walking in and being greeted when you enter, and feeling good about what you're eating because you know it's from scratch. And all of our employees are like, you know, they're happy to provide excellent service. You know, it's kind of like when you go on a cruise ship, it doesn't stop because you're at port. The staff are still all working hard to ensure your satisfaction and your happiness, and, you know, so it's through the food, but it's about the whole experience, I guess. That's what I would say.
We're going to order stuff today. And
Okay,
I'm excited.
good.
Yeah,
there's
to
lots
check
of
it
good
out.
things on the menu.
Yeah.
Everything's made in-house from scratch. A lot of items are my recipes or my chef's recipes. We have 3 people working in the kitchen. We make all our pastries from scratch, all our salads from scratch. We're not getting, like, you know, big buckets of soups delivered from a big place. We're making all our soups from scratch, our aiolis, our dressings, everything is being made in-house from scratch.
Wow.
So I think that's why our food speaks for itself. It's just really, yeah.
You can tell the difference.
You can tell
when
the
it's
difference.
homemade and
Yeah.
Yum. And then, so Jake is going to have the smoky jack, but no turkey and no bacon. And I will do.
Hi, Jen.
I'll try the Italian job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Sounds good.
Put Jake's name on it.
All right.
And it was, there you go. So it's probably just the same.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah. So
Looks amazing.
what happened?
I mean, even if you wanted to keep it.
Oh my God, this is so good. I love a good Italian sandwich. I really do. I mean, I think it's my Chicago roots here, but I think I can safely say this is the best Italian sandwich I've ever had, ever. And I think I'm pretty sure that's true. Jake's vegetarian. Oh, let's get in the sun. There we go. Ooh.
Smoky jack with no meat.
Smoky jack with no
It's usually turkey and bacon, but I take those off.
day by day to a pending spooky set a date.
We're talking now about my favorite realizing.
After enjoying our amazing lunch at Metropolis, we left the Funk Zone and headed to State Street. Jake introduced me to another fantastic find. I had passed by the storefront a couple times before and peeked in their windows after hours. Never could I have possibly imagined how interesting and sprawling it was on the inside. Come check it out with me.
Hi. Great. How are you all?
And it's not something that you can just walk through quickly. There's just so much to see, and we love, it's a very playful store. And you'll see as we walk through. But
I can't wait to see. All right.
So everybody has kind of their own section. So it's like 30 entrepreneurs under one roof.
Okay.
And so everybody, it's almost like their own little businesses. Because I love supporting, other entrepreneurs and supporting small businesses. Like there's been a lot of, kind of new dealers in the store that, Luca and I have definitely helped kind of nurture these relationships with them and kind of shown them the business. And that's been really fun just to see them bloom and become successful. So
really
I mean, it kind of ranges. We've got a couple of vendors in here that have shops outside of the store, and then some that this is the first and only place that they've ever sold their pieces before. So I feel like it's a fun range of experience for everybody, and we're getting great experience in the store.
yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Show us some of your favorites.
So come on through.
Okay.
So this
I can
used to be an old Italian restaurant, and I think the building dates back to probably 1930. So this is where the stoves were. This is the hood that they cooked under.
And we kept so many of the same elements. I mean, we kept all the fireplaces. The original booth is around the corner of one of the booths in the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, the overhangs, the countertops. I mean, for people that used to come, it was Pascucci's. So for people that used to come in here all the time for years, love it. Because, I mean, we have all the original lighting. Yeah. It's just, we try to keep the history in the building.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
But we just, you know, it was a lot of hard work, but I mean, but it was a labor of love. And it is now for everybody. Like, everybody that comes in here loves the store. The dealers love it. The customers love it.
I love it.
So come this way. We'll show you.
Okay.
I mean, the building itself has so many quirky little, it's like a person. It has its own personality and its own quirks. So this is our psychedelic hallway.
Okay.
Ooh. And we even have, sometimes it storms. We never know if it's going to be raining or clear.
This is honestly one of my favorite dealers. So Jim, he's one of the vendors that does all of these posters. He's been collecting these for years. He's gone to most of these concerts. It's really awesome. He actually writes the dates, whether or not it's a first printing, first edition, whatever poster, a little bit of description, the date where the concert was, and everything on the tags. Cool. And he's awesome. He keeps up with everything back here. And they're just, I mean, they're great gifts. Everybody loves everything in this hallway.
And a lot of these are, I'm not going to say one of a kind, but they're rare.
A lot of them are, yeah.
Really hard to find.
Absolutely.
And he'll mark it, like I said, if they're first edition and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he switches them out all the time. The collection he has is insane. And he kind of does smaller pieces too. So a lot of these are, you know, I mean, he has like flyers and things like that from different parks and bands, and I mean, it kind of ranges. He's got some
and a lot of really interesting like news articles, like, you know, from Kennedy and all kinds of things. It's just fun historically to look through his work.
There is really something for everyone. Like if I'm looking for a gift, this is the place to come.
Absolutely. You can't leave here without something. It's a little impossible.
And something for like anybody shopping for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then this is our kind of our pop culture, kind of our sticker room.
Love stickers.
And
a big sticker.
We've got a sticker for everybody.
Celebrity stickers. Yep. On a celebrity face.
Yep.
Nice.
And then this is our 60s room. And this was originally the dining room. There's a fireplace here. There's a fountain there. It was full of all these vinyl like booths. You know, the old school like booths that you'd eat in tables. So we cleared all that out, painted everything, painted the floors, and this is now kind of our vintage clothing room, which is really cool. And then this is Charles. He used to own a record store, and he's got an amazing collection of vinyls. So
he's got some really cool
any vinyl you want, he's got it. He's got guitars, just some really funny, funky,
quirky gifts and like little trinkets.
So this is the clothing room. I got to show you one thing. So that disco ball was in Liberace's house.
Wow.
So
how did that get? How do you know that?
Well, you know that one of the dealers brought it in. She's like, by the way, that was Liberace's.
Oh my
gosh. Well, why do you tell
Selling
me that?
point. Wow.
We also carry a lot of designer, like you know, Louis Vuitton and Dolce & Gabbana. Wow. So we have a lot of high-end pieces. We have a lot of furniture too. We have a lot of mid-century pieces.
It's a collection of everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't find it here, you can't find it.
It's so
very cool. All right, show us more.
So this is kind of a fun. This is the original. Well, it's a little covered up, but this is the only original bench that I left from Pascucci's.
Cool.
And when people come through here, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I remember it now."
Like take pictures and like, I mean, because it was a restaurant that people were coming to. Like people come back to Santa Barbara to come and see Pascucci's because they just moved. Like they've been coming here for years.
Yeah.
So they'll come in and like relive childhood.
Yeah.
It's really
and
sweet.
it's still here.
Yeah. Yes. And then
you
look
preserved
at the element
it.
there. This skylight is not beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
All the brickwork in here and the arches and.
Gosh, that's
very
cool.
A great building. All the tile work here.
The character suits what you're doing here.
And then we also
good vibes.
Carry a really big selection of leather jackets for men and women. And we have, you know, a gentleman that
got in your way, sorry.
collects them. And he literally goes all over the world. and has a really an amazing collection of jackets.
Nice.
He kind of does the same thing that Jim does, where he kind of gives a breakdown of the history of the jacket and like where he finds it, because he travels and just pulls them from all over the place. So.
That's cool.
And our prices are really reasonable too, because we don't want to be, you know, we're all really aware of just, you know, whatever the market's doing or the economy, or but we want everybody to be able to afford something. So we don't we just are very fair. So we also have some really fun events. We do kind of an open mic night. We try to do that once a month. We have a tarot card reader. She's come a few times, and we want to really do that more. We're going to start to do like fashion shows. We're going to do a disco night.
Yes. We're going to try to start doing theme night events like kind of once a month. It's such an interactive space. It would just be so much fun to do a few more lively events and everything like that, so people can really utilize everything.
I love that you bring that element in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're inviting the community to participate and engage with the space.
So you can follow us on Instagram. What's our Instagram?
Lovely.
Luca does Instagram.
I do. It's
I'm kidding, I know
it.
it.
It's the store name. It's SB Urban Flea Market.
Well, thanks
so
for
much.
your interest in interviewing us.
I have one question for you, since this is Spread Goodness TV. I think you expressed this in your delivery throughout the store, but curious to know from your perspective, how do you believe you're spreading goodness through the service and products you provide?
I think it's really important for people to become as independent as they can financially, and also I think people are also appreciating small businesses more, things, you know, especially recycled, repurposed items from the past. It's not corporate. It's most of it is made in the United States. And again, recycling is so important to people right now.
Yeah.
And really honoring you know, just getting away from things from overseas, or, you know, it's all here in America, and supporting all these people that are having their own businesses.
I think I'd also say, just for like customers, it's like memory lane for people.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
You kind of walk through, and there's something for every member of the family. There's people come in here all the time, and they're like, I haven't seen that since my childhood home, and it's memories for people, and it's just interactive, and you kind of have you can't not be in a good mood walking through here. There's just so much to look at and read about and explore and learn about and rediscover.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your space with us today. And I'm so glad I finally am in here. I could have never imagined, just from peeking through the window, how expansive. We are now at the Santa Barbara Botanic Garden, and we are going to explore the very new backcountry garden here, which is 4.5 acres of wonderland for kids. And we're really excited to check it out for the first time today. We caught Dylan on his way off to lunch, and we wanted to hear a little bit about backcountry.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I'm honored that I got to be the backcountry ranger here.
Cool.
So I'm actually working as part of the education department back there, and we're helping to facilitate experiences with kids, you know, when they're interested, or when we can create an experience that they're interested in, so that they, you know, can dive deeper into nature than just play, and then they can, like, you know, start to learn about kind of the complex inner working elements of it.
You piqued my interest, so I'm super excited to get back there and see it for myself.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you think I should do while I'm there, or will it be pretty obvious once I'm there?
Well, I think you should definitely play on the structures.
Okay. I will.
Definitely play on the structures. Let your imagination run wild.
Okay.
You guys don't look like you have notebooks, but draw a picture, or make observations.
Okay.
You could ask yourself questions like, what do I notice? Why do I think this is happening? Is just a few you could ask yourself.
Good questions to have in my mind. All right, I love that. And is it usually age restricted, or is it anybody can play there?
The young at heart.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So this is supposed to cultivate like a free space for kids to play in. So they can, you know, their parents can hang out in one area, and they know their kids are safe playing, so they can go roam around and, you know, build their confidence and, you know, take risks. Like, there are certain risks, you know, calculated risks allowed in this space. So that allows kids to be able to, you know, develop that confidence in, like, I can do this.
That's really cool. So they can explore
Yeah.
and take those risks and
Yeah.
know that there's a safety net there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that expands their world in a way.
Right. Right. A different note is there's a lot of, like, there's this area called the Hawk's Reading Nest, which is like a little library. And it's like in a beautiful hawk-shaped structure. But I think it's also cultivating some really good experiences for parents and kids to bond together. I think that, you know, bonding for the family is also a big part of
In a
it.
natural setting.
Yeah.
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 That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I feel like I'm gonna have even more questions after I see the space,
Cool.
but you've made it really exciting to even,
Great.
It's just gorgeous. It feels like I'm in a whole other place. Like I've left Santa Barbara and I'm in my own world. It's so peaceful. So we've got fun places to play, walk on the logs, which you can find me doing at any park, usually. Exploring. I can't help like breathe deeply when I'm here. It's almost as if it's a reminder to stop and slow down. And it's like there's nothing to hurry. This is a time to play with the environment, touch, see, smell, hear. One of the words that I loved that Dylan said was play. Like, kids do it naturally, and I think it's one of the most, I think it's something that people can lose as we grow older. And it's something that if we can keep reminding ourselves of opportunities to play, like we can, I think it enhances our lives in a multitude of ways. So to be out here, to be encouraged to play, and adults, it sounds like, are welcome to play. He just said young at heart, so kid at heart. It's a great place to find your spirit. Cool.
So as you're exploring the backcountry, you'll undoubtedly meet some creatures of the forest. Our guide explained that the garden had a contest for people to submit proposed artwork utilizing nature to create various characters. The winners are showcased throughout the backcountry.
So pretty too. It smells so good. It does. Fresh. Get your heart beating. I feel like it speaks for itself. There's not much to say. Just in case. I love it. I love it because I walk through here and it's gorgeous on its own. And it does something, you know, you could feel it on a cellular level, how it brings you back to this calm state. And this just adds to the experience because now there's ways to interact with the environment. Sometimes we're told not to touch things, you know, in places like, and this is the place where you get to play and touch and experience and engage. So it's really fun. Dylan mentioned those questions to think about. What do I see? Smell, hear. Brings you to the present moment. Very healing. I can imagine a lot of imagination play up here. And the sounds that these make.
That's what I was just thinking.
It's like the wind was on cue for us there.
So as you can see, there are places to sit, relax, have a bite to eat, and sometimes there are staff members teaching quick lessons.
Good. All right, I'll hold the camera while you go play, and then I'll play.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. See how that is a little fun. Oof. Oh, wow. The views you get, like, it's different. It's just different experience up here. Here. So you have books. Oh. Found a book and settled down. She looks like she's right where we are now. I totally want to read the whole thing, but we'll stop there. It's here at the Botanic Gardens, though, so you can come and find out what happens on your own. Oh, this is fun, fun, fun. Okay.
Well, it's the end of our day. Jake and I had so much fun. Thank you, Dart Garden, for our delicious morning coffee, sweet treat, and gorgeous ambiance. Thank you, Metropulos, for transporting us to Europe and for the most delicious made-to-order sandwiches. Thank you, Urban Flea Market, for an endless array of gift ideas and a walk down memory lane. And finally, thank you to the Santa Barbara Botanic Garden for an awesome adventure through their back country. There are countless ways to shop local this holiday season, and we hope these 4 favorites of ours are on your list. We topped off our day with a lemon square from Metropulos. Help us build our online community. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you would like to support our ability to provide uplifting content inspired by members of this community and communities around the world, please consider becoming a sponsor. For more information, email Lisa at spreadgoodness.love or visit spreadgoodness.love/sponsor.